Hi, I'm John Oldegg, Member of Parliament for Cloverdale-Langley City. I'm standing in the House of Commons today after the Special Committee on Electoral Reform tabled its report entitled Strengthening Democracy in Canada, Principles, Process, and Public Engagement for Electoral Reform. This is perhaps the most extensive study ever done by a committee on electoral reform in Canada. As you may be aware, it was part of our government's commitment in the 2015 election to look at systems moving beyond first past the post for the 2019 election. It's a really comprehensive study. We heard from thousands of Canadians. I just want to acknowledge the many Canadians who came out from across the country who talked to the committee, shared their thoughts and their passion for electoral reform. We had overwhelmingly the evidence we heard from Canadians who turned up asked for some form of proportional system. The challenge that we had as a committee is that less than 1% of Canadians were engaged in this process. And so although we had really useful testimony, we have made some recommendations as Liberal members of the party and a supplemental report to the main piece. And in that we have three real recommendations. One of them is to encourage our government to look at broader engagement of the Canadian public. Whatever new system is chosen will have implications on how government works, and we think that that's something really all Canadians need to understand. It's something that needs to be taken very seriously. So we feel that broader engagement and education is needed as a first step. The second piece is that the report that the committee came up with talks about a certain kind of criteria for narrowing down the types of proportional representation systems that could be chosen. We don't think that it's the best tool and feel that there's a bit broader engagement again of Canadians that's needed to come up with a system that could actually go to Canadians, that they could discuss and decide if that is what they want to move toward as we move beyond first past the post. And then finally, the question of a referendum needs to be addressed. We heard from many witnesses that a referendum can be a really dangerous tool. If it's done poorly, if the wrong wording is used, we can end up with an answer to a question that hasn't been asked. And so we need to really look at what is the most appropriate tool for getting Canadians' input into this and their concurrence on whatever new system is chosen. So those are the elements that are in the Liberal position. I think that all the committee members should be commended for the nonpartisan work that we did. And it's worth a great read. We'll include the link on the website, to the website where this report can be found. If you're interested in electoral reform, and I hope everybody is, have a look at it. On a completely different note, our Minister for Democratic Institutions today is sending out millions of postcards to every household in Canada and encouraging them to visit her website to also engage in this process. So people will have until the end of December to fill in their feedback, and it's another way of engaging on this very important question for Canadians. Thanks for joining me, and look forward to your input, continued input on electoral reform in Canada. Thanks.